Here we are.
Hello, Ha.
We've actually already had a couple of games, so we could go. Hello, it's the Ministry of Dice Wednesday night gameplay, but we're not playing on a Wednesday, and we've already played some games.
It's Tuesday.
I know, it's wacky, isn't it? Wacky.
Wacky. Unmad me.
But yeah, we're going to play some games with these teams. We actually did record a match with these teams already last week, didn't we?
We did. You battered me.
No, we went one game apiece.
Oh, okay, cool.
We went one game apiece, but we had to can the recording because a big ruling-y thing came up, and we spent ages.
Oh yeah, it's boring.
Looking up the rules. Yeah, we just thought, oh. I mean, I suppose I could have put like a little fast-forward graphic thing in, but I didn't bother. So
you could do that.
I don't know if I kept the recording. Actually, I might have deleted it. But yeah, we're one apiece, so we're looking to decide between these two teams. Would you like to give the viewers a walkthrough of your monstrosity, please, Mr. England?
I would very much like to. So I've changed it a little bit from last time, but the main bit is the 4-cost Becky Lynch. I discovered this card myself, and whilst everyone else is using the 5-cost, I think it's actually called Becky Lynch. Subtitle: Andy found this card. 4-cost Shield Overcrusher with the chalkboard global on, but the stats are amazing. 557788. The idea is to get that as quick as possible. Slap the Ric Flair global on it, which is pay 4, target superstar die gets plus 4 attack, and then slap the Jerry Lawler ringside announcer global for a fist, which is target blocked or blocking superstar, deals double damage, uses ability only once per turn to bump her up to an overcrushing potential 24. So that's the plan. Everything else is geared around doing that. So I've got Sasha Banks. I did have the fielding one, but I've changed it to the purchase. This turn costs 2 less when you field her, to a minimum of 1. Eddie Guerrero is in there for the static field global, although I haven't had to really do anything. I've never bought him yet because I've not come up against it.
Wallops around a lot.
I'm not sure if 4 dice is particularly that great on him, but there you go, he's there. Gazer, because utility, intimidate off a character is pretty sound. Atlas for the global, prep a die with a fist. Thor for the global to buy a action for 2 cheaper with a bolt. Intellect Devourer to do the energy fixer, and then Power Almighty, which I didn't use last game, which is every character in the field either spins up, or if you can't spin it up, prep a dice. But Chris was using his bloat drone team in the games we were playing, which is not recording, that team that he made up, which is super successful if your opponent has all the dice in their field. So I was clearing my field, so there's no point in buying a Power Almighty because he's a clever chap, and worked that one out. So that is everything on my team.
Okay, let's have a little hop over to my screen then. So mine's very different in tone. I've got this Manchun Clone Wizard that I used on my Boom Boom list, if you watched that video a couple of weeks back, which the guys over at DM North put on my radar. So he does 1 damage to all opposing characters when you use a basic action. And so I've got 2 basic actions locked and loaded to use with that. I've got my Throne Brick, which is obviously a nice bit of ramp and churn as well. But then I've got the Seething Corruption, which until the end of turn, when an opposing character die takes damage, KO it. So that's a lovely little combo, those 2 there.
I probably won't be buying me Power Almighty this turn either. This game.
Well, no. Then got the Brawling Chain Miner. So this is kind of a weird amalgamation, really, because again, if you watched, this was some weeks back, I was looking at whether experience could have a little bit of life in it now that you can add experience tokens without having to kill monsters, which is what Brawling Chainminer does. She gets an experience token when an opposing character of level 2 or higher is KO'd. So I'm going to try and get her out in the field, get Manchun out in the field, spam Seething Corruptions, kill Andy's characters, hopefully sneak a bit of experience on her and just let her get gradually bigger and bigger. Because I'm planning on attacking with her, I've got Eddie Guerrero for the same reason Andy's got his Eddie Guerrero. I've got the 2-cost Godcatcher, which is a trap, gets triggered when opponent attacks with a character die of 7 attack or more, and I get a 10/10 Godcatcher token. The intent there is obviously as a defensive measure for said Becky Lynch, although I've gone with it expecting more of the 5 costs around because you can't force a reroll on Godcatchers. Because I'm going to be KOing lots of Andy's characters with my Manchun Seething Corruption combo, I've put Sage in that makes the fielding more expensive. So I'm just
Horrible card.
Yeah, just kind of make it a little bit more prohibitive by dropping her out in the field, and if I kill everything, make it harder for you to get it back in. Polaris, each player may only use 1 global ability each turn. I'm a bit low on globals, and kind of once the first or second turn's out the way, I'm kind of happy really with my global usage, but I'm very aware of things like Ric Flair and that other one you're using, or
Jerry
Lawler, cut off your Becky Lynch, force blocks, preps, etc. Got Clayface to do a bit of energy manipulation for when I want it. That Thor's annoying me with the light reflecting off him.
Shiny Thor.
Yeah. And that's it. Have I named everything there? Yeah, that's my team. So my plan is to get Manchun out, spam Seething Corruption while Brawling Chainminers sat in the field getting bigger. 2 of those with a few experience tokens on them can be pretty scary. Although, in terms of cost efficiency, obviously a single Becky Lynch does the business.
Yes, she does. Right.
Whoa! Oh, we've got a cable crisis going on. Ah!
Uh-oh.
It's all right. I've sorted it.
2 sidekicks, 1 question mark.
2 sidekicks, 1 question mark. I have just 1 sidekick.
I think I will go first.
Okie dokie. Let me just switch the camera over to you then. There we are.
Field that, intellect devour it to a question mark. Becky Lynch Global for a Sasha de la Banks. You can take that to the bank.
Indeed. Oh, camera. I'll keep that question mark. Reroll these 3. Oh no! Oh, that's no good.
You can't, Becky Lynch, you got get your.
No, sir, I cannot. Well, that's game, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
If you are interested, we do release a podcast every other Monday. There are other videos on our YouTube channel, and do check out BritRoller6.com. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one.
Oh, sad. All right, well, I'm just going to Becky Lynch over maybe get a thrown brick. So what I'm debating right now is, do I get a thrown brick? Or maybe a brawling and just start on getting my brawlings out, you know what I mean?
I'll see that.
I'll Becky Lynch over a brawling, because if she rolls in on characters, she can sit in the field and maybe start getting some experience tokens. If she rolls in on 2 fists, I can...
Yeah. What's that global?
Pay 1, spin target opposing character out at 1 level.
Okay, cool. Right, my go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's got to be tempting.
Temptation is there.
I have a Kree captain on this team at one point. I must have.
You might have done. Becky Lynch. for Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And controversially, Clayface that in for a fist. And Atlas.
Ooh.
I just want that energy for that big old smack in the face.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Brawling Chain Miner looks a little bit like Becky Lynch, doesn't she?
It's got the red hair.
Medieval Lynch. Brawling Lynch Miner. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do with his energy?
He's gonna Becky Lynch a Godcatcher over. Gonna pay 1, 2.
Back on my shoe.
For a thrown brick.
He's gonna Atlas.
Atlas, yeah. Although I'm gonna take a reet thump now. And 10.
Okay, camera up. It's 2. I might not get enough energy to do it this time. 3, 4. Oh, I might do though.
Oh, yeah. Aye. What's that? Like 11 right out the gate. Is it?
It is.
What's lovely about this combo, folks? Well, I say lovely for Andy. I freaking hate it. Is that even if I did have a fielder in the field, with the Jerry Lawler in the mix, you've got that kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't thing going on if you do block it. Because Jerry Lawler's global only applies to blocked character dice. Have I got that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Blocks
so
or blocking.
Yeah. So even if I did have my Godcatcher out sitting there on a 10-10 and I chose to block Becky with it, the Godcatcher is still going to add up to 11, 22 total damage. So I'd still take 11 whether I blocked it or not. Well, I'm trying to share the strategy that's in play. I'm not chunnering on. I could go on a massive ranty tangent on why it's so horrible and it's killed all creativity in the game.
Spend that one to fill Becky Lynch. That's a 177 Becky Lynch. Oh, you haven't got Intellect Devour this time. Remember that.
You've got it.
No, I don't.
You don't mean Intellect Devourer. What do you mean?
The Supreme Intelligence. That's it.
Yeah.
Then I'll pass priority to you.
Pass back.
Attack.
Yeah.
Add 4.
So that takes me down to 9. Oh, I went too far.
Oh, we got. Oh, change the board.
Yeah, I've done it. I went down to 8 and went like, no. Right, okay. 4 out my bag. 2 in prep. Right, thrown brick, but there's nothing to throw the brick against. No Godcatcher. Shields are useful. Question marks are useful. Bolts are useful.
Oh,
you roll it. Oh, you alright?
Yeah, I just realised what I could use that question mark for.
Oh, what's that? Atlas, isn't it?
Nah, spinner upper level. Do an extra damage.
It's spin target opposing character die.
Oh, okay. I couldn't have done that then. That makes me feel better. Thank you.
Oh, what? No, come on. I can't do anything with that. It's all going horribly wrong over here, folks. All going horrible. Tres horrible. Becky Lynch, another Godcatcher over. Why the hell not? In the hope of getting something going on. I am definitely behind the curve on this one. Do an Atlas, I suppose. What can I do with that? What can I do with that? Nothing. I can do nothing with that. Over to you.
Right, the excitement of 4 sidekicks in the bag.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, that bolt. Oh, shield.
Oh, shield.
Fill the 2 sidekicks. Atlas.
Fun.
Shield. Priority intent.
Okay. Change the camera. Pew. 4 out the bag. 2 in prep. Huh. Huh. Reroll these 3. A sidekick.
Oh, you got a.
Yeah. Field the God Catcher. Pay 1 to field Brawling Chain Miner. I'll field that sidekick. I'll Clayface this God Catcher in for 2. Oh no, that doesn't work. What are we going to do with that? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to bring that back on a question mark with your intellect devourer. That's what I was going to do.
Advanced Dice Masters right here on the Ministry of Dice.
Do me a cheeky Atlas. There we go. Now we're cooking. And then I really want to buy a Polaris, but I haven't been. That Becky Lynch global could be a trap sometimes because I'm ploughing all my shields into Becky Lynch and stuff over, and not buying a shield character instead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy with you not buying that Sage.
True that. I will Thor global and 2 to get a Seething Corruption. Get that locked and loaded for when Manchun comes around. Pass priority.
Pass back.
End turn.
So 1, 2, 3. Four.
Ooh.
No Lyncher this turn. Well, that's a conundrum. Let's roll these 3. Thank you very much.
So it's just Becky in your bag now, then, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had me way out west this
bet.
game.
So let's have a little thinky dink. I would quite like to not have Godcatcher there, but I'd also quite like 2 Becky Lynches. Ooh, it's a hard choice. It's a hard knock life.
Are you considering Gazer, are you?
What I'm thinking, folks, is I could get a Gazer, and then next turn I'm getting a Becky Lynch and a Gazer. Field the Becky Lynch. So that God Catcher still isn't going to come out until we go on the
Yeah, it
attack.
doesn't
So I
trigger
can't
until
do
the attack.
anything.
Yeah. So you kind of
If it
want your
was
gazer
there,
a turn after.
I could get rid of it, but I can't. So let's go for spending the mask to field Sasha Banks, which will make my next purchase 2 cheaper. I will Becky Lynch Global, and I will spend 2 to buy another Becky Lynch there. That means I've got 2 of these bad boys coming out.
2 Becky Lynches. That's just greedy.
Turn. I will Insulate Devour that back onto a question mark, and I will Atlas to get both of them sat in prep waiting so that I can get maximum energy next turn. I will pass priority
Pass
to
back.
you. And I'll attack with that, Becky, not Sasha Banks, because you're only on what, 7?
9.
9? And see if you want to get rid of your brawling chain miner or not. That's the noise of Chris thinking.
Yeah, I will block it.
That's Banks are into prep.
Do I get the experience token?
No, because it's experience is added at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, she's not attacked.
Roger that. All right then. Oh my days. I'm like the unluckiest man alive. Let's reroll these 4. Aye, aye, aye.
Aye, 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 aye.
Screw you, Des. Screw you.
She's a brawling chain miner. Double fisting herself in the reserve pool of life.
You know, yeah, I think I'm going to take a really nasty thump next to him. I don't think you can actually quite kill me, though, can you?
What, do 9?
Yeah.
Or 2 Becky Lynches in my prep area?
Yeah, I got my good catcher. Suppose it depends what you roll her in on, actually. Yeah, I think I'm dead next turn. All of this is academic. Manchun. I could have really done with that throwing brick.
He's got the same dice as Dwarf Wizard.
He does, yeah. I think there's an elf wizard with the same as well.
He's good as well. Do you reckon that they reserve the cool dice for the same good characters? Or to put that into words that actually make sense, do you think that they use the same dice for good characters?
I'm going to clay face in. Yeah, maybe. Look at how many good Black Widows there've been. Look at all that going in my bag, though, even if I Atlas now. It's all over, folks. It's all over.
Oh. Poor blimey Gavler.
Pay 3, 4 for a Polaris. A million times too late. Pass priority.
That's back.
End the turn.
Okie doke. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 go in the bag. Let's see what comes up. Camera?
Yeah, done it.
What are you on?
9. You've asked that a few times.
I have old memories. My memory's not
over
quite
40 now. I think you should be able to do this.
Pay the bolt to field the Becky Lynch. Paid that, spend that, field that for free, field that for free. Intellect devour it back. Pass priority to you.
Pass back.
Attack with all 3.
Yeah.
Ric Flair. Woo!
And there we go, folks.
There we go. This is how Becky Lynch is breaking the game. And it's not even the Becky Lynch, it's the one that I personally discovered from the WWE set. You can thank me as you use that in your next game.
Yes. Yes. Andy is, in fact, this is a true story. When cards are released, he is, in fact, the only person capable of reading the text on them. Oh, dear.
Well,
Yeah,
Mike Elliott, he gets on the phone and he goes, Andy. And I go, yes, mate. And he goes, Andy. I'm like, yes, mate. And he goes, what do you think of this one? And I went, it's good. Tuck it behind a better one and I'll use that. And he's like, you got it, buddy. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. True story.
Well, there we go.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Forecast overcrusher. Look, there's Thor. For 6, his stats aren't anywhere near as good, and he's got a tune. And it's global. Ain't that good? So, like, 6 costs, rubbish. This one, six costs. He's got similar stats, not as good. Why buy that? Why buy that? Why buy that?
Yeah, why even bother? Forecast overcrusher. It's shocking.
If anyone's interested, I couldn't find the Thor dice. So put Iron Fist on it because I was never going to buy it.
The Ric Flair Global's interesting because I never imagined when I first read it, oh, who's going to have 4 to spend on that? But, you know, if it's all you're spending it on, then you're going to have the 4, aren't you?
Yeah, when I saw it, I just thought of anger issues. And it's anger issues, but without having to have fists.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you save up 4 fists for your anger issues, you just,
quite happily plough 4 fists into anger issues.
I've heard that about you. And on that note, we'll wrap this up there then. So, don't forget, podcast every 2 weeks on a Monday. Episode 71 has just come out. 70, sorry.
70.
We're working on 71 right now. Check out some of the other vids. Actually, if you take a look over on your right-hand side of the screen, there's going to be a couple of suggested videos that the YouTube algorithm thingamabob thinks you might like, and therefore I would recommend you give them a click. Do the like and subscribe and all that, and we'll catch you again soon, folks.
Bye.
Bye.